In the bottom right, he's been having a terrible time in this group. Can he win this game and the next? He is.
Master. SK Telecom T1 parting.
And in the upper left, dominating this group with some of the best Zerg play we've ever seen in StarCraft 2, he is.
Grandmaster. Woongjin Star Soulkey.
You know, Tasteless. One of the grossest builds in the whole entire world. One of the most disgusting Artosis hates you builds in the whole world is for a Zerg to just blindly go mass speedlings on one base, thinking their opponent might gateway expand and might get a free win.
Oh,
this is such a gateway expand map.
Sneaky stuff.
I feel like that would not even be a bad call. You could just,
I would be all about that.
I mean, can you on this map of all maps? I just feel like, why would you ever not gateway expand?
We'll probably see builds more like that in the future here.
Yeah.
As this build becomes, I think, officially part of the metagame here that all Protosses are playing like this.
Yeah.
Then the Zergers can just hard counter it with a strategy like that.
Well, what do we see right there, Tasteless? Is that a gas or is that a gas? Is that a gas on one base?
Yeah. I think we are going to see this. All right.
I'm just going to retire right now, Tasteless.
I'm done. God, he predicted that one already. So,
Starcraft, yeah, I did that, whatever.
You watched the game where I predicted that build. That's when I retired. I quit while I was ahead.
The thing is, it grossly, it makes sense because you would never Forge Expand on this map. It's like, Forge Expand is when you have to kind of protect your natural and be all safe. Here, it's your main base. Just go for a gateway expand. You're going to expand behind yourself as Protoss.
Yeah.
Like, you could expand out front if you want and take a third later on, but it's just it's such a gateway map.
So this should just completely counter what Parting's doing. We're going to see, though.
Well, let me. What game speed are we on? Yeah, no, this is faster. I don't know if Parting's going to be able to block this one.
I don't think so, Artosis. So, guys, this is what we call hard countering. It's
blind hard countering.
Blind hard countering. Yeah, much better put.
Yeah.
When that's where you see you predicted what they're going to do, so you picked a strategy that is exactly counters that if you guessed right what they're going to do, and that's what we have here.
Yeah.
So Parting should die very quickly here in what will be a very disappointing game for him in his career.
Yeah. Well,
this is basically like if somebody guessed your garage door code and just robbed you, and you're like, I know, it's just it was the year you were born in, and then they just steal your car, and he's like, I'm not the perfect criminal, but I mean, it was a good guess.
That's a very well. So do you have no sound in your?
I have no sound in game sound, so hopefully we'll get that fixed soon here. But we do have the Lings now hiding up here. Now he'll attack once he has the Zergling speed done here.
Yeah, and it's going to be especially funny because Parting is not going to see it until literally there's speedlings in his mineral line, and then there's no way to stop it. He's just going to lose so much. It's kind of funny. Mothership Core is going so far away, Tasteless. Oh, God, it's going to check the rocks to make sure a different type of cheesy play isn't happening. Sorry, Parting.
All right, well.
You're about to die,
Parting's not going to know what hit him. Actually, what's painful about it is he'll know exactly what hit him, I guess, when I really think about it, because he'll be like, oh, hard counter, there we go.
Yeah, it's like, all right, there goes your
sentry. Try to fix this.
Yeah,
nope, not so much.
Sorry, Parting.
Sorry, man. All right, well, that was brutal.
It wasn't the least predictable build.
Well, he's doing a good job with these probes, getting them to hug in between those minerals.
Yeah. Definitely a very good micro job. This is like what you want to do, but Soulkey will take this trade every single day of the week.
Yeah, of course.
It's like, you're going to kill a few Lings? Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. Well, you can force field that and then put on the Nexus cannon, but now you just go kill the other Nexus and wait for it to run out.
You just run away from it. And now look at this. These probes are actually stuck right now behind a force field they can't mine.
Yeah, so now they're not mining. He's got 13 probes against 14 drones, and Soulkey's taking that expand. The warp gate is about to finish, so that's kind of nice.
Zerg's making drones up the back of this, so he might actually try to have this game normalized right now.
Well, I think there's not much chance because with one gateway, even with that warp gate finishing Tasteless,
how much energy is on the mothership core? Does he have enough to actually?
Nowhere near. It's it's at 30 right now.
Okay, so
he's going to have
that Nexus.
2 units. Attacking this, he needs to fully wall in. You have to have a 100% wall against this to try to hold it. But with how much he's already lost, like Soulkey just again does anything.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And watch closely here. Nice force field. He does get a few Lings through there.
Yeah, I think that's actually. I think Parting wanted like 2 Lings to come through.
Just so he could guarantee take that out. He's going to get
a
this
couple
robo
kills.
here.
And, of course, there's tech going away.
When you see the damage output here of the mothership core and the sentry now,
and once again, let's just couple
nicely
them in.
done, actually.
See, Parting is doing it like perfectly, the defense. But the amount he's lost, look at these supplies, like twice as much for Soulkey right now.
Well, I got to say,
he's even killing the rocks, so Parting can't re-expand there. That's so funny.
Wow, yeah, he's actually going to tear that down so that collapses.
I love that idea, but I guess, you know what? Parting's fighting back now, Tasteless.
Those sentries.
He's fighting back. 33 drones against 16 probes. Time for the Parting comeback.
If you guys aren't too familiar with StarCraft 2, yeah, so the Protoss did survive that, but meanwhile back at the Zerg's base, he spent that entire time making workers. So, like, if you look at the minerals there, both these bases, and soon the third, are just saturated with workers, which is gonna, when he has that much money, he has so many different options of how he can try to end this game from here.
Yeah. Well, let's. What way do you think he's going to choose to end the game, Taste? Is he just going to make some roaches?
I think he just makes roaches and attacks because he has so much cash. He'll probably make like a dozen roaches and then lings off the back of that and just send them forward, kind of like we see in some of these older all-ins.
Sure. You know, I love that he's actually like taking out all these rocks. This is like something that Soulkey's doing. He's deciding when the rocks in Parting's base are going to go down. It's so funny. He just traps him in there. He's like, "You stay in there."
Yeah, he's actually.
You got to kill those rocks. The sentry. You go ahead.
All right, so now he's going to try to expand behind this.
Yeah, and of course,
Evolution chambers coming down. 2 of them, in fact.
This is so funny watching Soulkey just. It's 21 probes against 46 drones on 3 bases.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this second base for Parting is not even up and running yet.
Well, Parting knows what Soulkey's up to, moving that mothership core over there. So Parting is like completely safe right at this moment, and Soulkey gets to now choose which units to kill Parting with. I wonder if he'll go into a Hydralisk den or not.
You know, the thing is, he has so many options. He could even go into mutas or something like that, you know, and just...
It actually is his choice what units to make, because there's all sorts of compositions you kind of can use against Protoss, and some of them are better than others based upon where you are in the game, ahead, behind, the layout of bases, what's happened already. But when you've dealt this much damage to a Protoss, you can choose whichever one you want and get your lead, like at least maintain your lead, because you just have overwhelming numbers. Like the amount of times that Parting would have to kill off little Soulkey groups of units and armies, it's a huge amount.
Oh, he actually managed to get a good amount of lings up in here. And this is smart. He's going to go right for these probes.
Nope.
Here. Oh, my God.
That's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
He swallowed him off of his expansion.
Oh, my God. That is so funny. All right. Down go quite a few probes here.
How funny is that? I don't think we've ever cast a game like this.
Because he damaged it way down before. And then he stopped. You know what? He probably planned that. He's like, later on, I'm going to trap your probes in there.
Okay, so again, another crippling blow there from Parting. Parting now making roaches, getting the infestation pit. 52 supply for the Protoss to 108 right now to the Zerg. So the Zerg has double the supply, and beyond that, just double the workers.
Yeah, he's going to go and attack right now, as he should. Parting knows that this is like actually getting really silly and almost
he has
comical.
to do some damage and do it like now. So if this Protoss counterattack doesn't do anything, he's going to be in a world of hurt.
He even brings out some lings, and it looks like he's actually not going to run. I thought he'd just run in the main base with those lings. Why not, right? Because then you're like, haha, but there's no need. Soulkey and Parting both know this game is basically done.
All right, so they're pushing up now. And looks at the lings. The roach is now going to come around. Lings in from behind. Nice control so far from Parting. Let's see if he can pull a rabbit out of his hat here.
No, he's killing off all the Zerglings for now, and some good force shields. The thing is, this is too wide an area. He's using up basically all of his force shields. Those sentries being targeted down.
Oh my God, he's actually dancing the roaches now. He's saying, get out.
Parting's dancing back, Tasteless. The roaches rule this dance floor.
That's right. This roach dance team is not going to be stopped here, and that is it. GG. Yeah, that's what happens when they've killed the guy. He hasn't left the game. They just start to spam move with the roaches. Saying, all right, watch, I'm still going to win, even if my guys aren't damaging you right now. So Soulkey wins that in a very convincing series, 2-0.
Yeah, it was definitely a great first game. And the second game, just the blind hard counter. That happens sometimes, Tasteless. It's a good call for the map, though, I have to say.
Yeah. Well, you know, not a shocker. Soulkey really on top of that that whole series. I do like that build he opened up with. That's a super smart, super meta move.
Yeah.
To do because he knows, well, almost all the Protosses are going to do this because of the way the map is shaped.
Yeah.
I'm going to do something much less common, but
if that map actually stays around, like if that map went to, let's say, the BattleNet ladder, it would probably change the way it was played. You know, we'd probably see, like, for instance, a gateway wall in at the ramp when you expand, or maybe even a forge expand down in front and taking a quick third behind.
Yeah.
Moves like that will actually prevent builds like that. But the way the map is currently played, a build like that's going to kill most of your opponents.
Well, that means we're going to go on to our second best of 3. Parting not too hot right now, man.
Yeah. That's too bad. He's kind of on a cooler at the moment, not doing as well. I guess, top 16 in Korea, which basically means top 16 in the world. I guess we can call that not good for parting. As funny as that may be.
Well, we actually can, considering what we're used to seeing him do.
That's true.
Well, I guess that does it. We're going to go on to a TVT after this short break, so don't go anywhere.